So what's up? What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. It is your Married to Medicine review. I really need to get my car washed. Oh my God. My car is so filthy, girls. It is filthy. Married to Medicine. This is Married to Medicine. The episode overall, just okay. Kind of like, I guess, a filler episode. Nothing really major except for Quad finalized. I guess that was a finalize of the divorce papers. Gregory still hasn't filed his taxes or whatever, what he was supposed to do. And they, showed that. That was a really dramatic scene, but I think we needed to see that finalized. I was like, yes, Quad. I have always supported Quad in this whole, thank God she don't have to scoot on nobody's penis anymore, child. That's why she wants a man with a big old shawanga, girl. Oh, my son took my glasses out of the car. I'm gonna punch him right in the nose. The sun is in my face. He took my glasses out of the car. All right. Oh no, I have another pair. Girl, yes. Always be prepared, ladies. Ladies. I'm so happy to be off of work. I am. Me and my supervisor, baby, we was going, honey, we about to get these people together. We got a plan. We about to get these people together, girl. What if I put my glasses over my reading glasses? Bitch. Y'all, what would y'all think? Like, hey, what is wrong with this girl? I'm trying to see. I gotta see, but I got to keep the sun out. I gotta keep the sun out my eyes too. Y'all. So I see y'all in the comments with the Real Housewives of Atlanta review. Thank you for leaving comments. Let's get into it. So they start off where they left off. Basically, they're going downstairs. Heavenly still has an attitude about Dr. Damon, having a good time and saying that he wants to go, he wanted to go back. The girls were like, no, the guys were like, oh, what they say to Damon? He wanted to leave, but we made him stay. Heavenly was like, yeah, right. Y'all sitting up here lying for him. Toya said she was not worried about Eugene trying to get with nobody, because honey, have you seen my ass, baby? When I tell you Toya's ass is so big, even Heavenly, when they were doing the ping pong game, Heavenly was like, God damn, I know she gonna win. And see, that joking and that shit, that's what got you in trouble with Miss Quad. Because you run your mouth too much, Heavenly. Quad is upset because Heavenly made a joke about her sleeping with Common, and Quad is so dramatic. I respect Common and Angela's relationship. They might be getting married and da 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 da. She was just joking, and so she did apologize. And the apology from Heavenly to Quad was such a great apology, and she apologized to Common and Angela. I thought it was a wonderful apology. I was like, yes, Heavenly, this is how you fucking apologize. So you can tell that she really values her friendship with Quad, and I hope they get back on the right track. I don't want them to be mad at each other over something silly, and I don't think I don't think it's really that big of a deal at the end of the day. Eugene told Toya, turn your ass around and sit down. She said, you want to see my ass? And she turned her big ass. Her ass is really big. When they were like, where's Damon? She was like, bitch. When Heavenly laughs like that, it's some shit. She ain't being authentic. That's a fake. That's a fake ass laugh she got. They get on the bus. They going to do their little thing, which they do every time they go on a vacation. They do like what is it called? Doctors Beyond Borders or something like that, And they go out and they help, the people of the community, which I love to see it. I don't know why Buffy's husband isn't he a psychologist? Was he sitting in there talking to them people? They spoke Spanish. They weren't speaking English. So I don't know but he had on his scrubs. You saw that Buffy had on some scrubs too. Did Mariah and Quad have on scrubs? What were they doing? I always like to know what they're doing in there. They are on their way to the beach after the little mission thing. They go to the beach, and it's going to be like some couples little activities that they're going to be doing, physical activities, which I think is great. You know what? Simone and Cecil really, they really did a good couples trip. They can't, y'all, nobody should be in charge of doing couples trips besides Simone and Cecil. They do a really, really good job. Really good job. I don't know if they going on what's the place with Tiffany Haddish? Groupon. I don't know if they're going on Groupon and getting these little deals or what they're doing, but it's always really nice. And I thought it was cute for them to do these physical activities with the couples, and they did the ping pong thing. Mariah and Aiden, did Mariah and Aiden win? Did I put that? Mariah and Aiden, when they were catching the balls out the thing, honey, Buffy's husband was just staring at her like, I need to look at this first. They were trying to win, but you know, Contessa and Scott are very competitive. They're all very competitive. Heavenly and Damon are very competitive. So this time, Aiden, I think Aiden and Mariah won. Quad was hooked up with one of the instructors. So lady, let me get over, please. Please let me get over, lady. And she was paired up with him. I don't like that Toya has something to say about Quad being single, and I hope that Quad gets in Toya's ass at the reunion like, bitch, what the fuck? You was the same bitch that sat in a nigga's lap who had just cheated on his wife with your big ass sitting in somebody's lap. So you can't say nothing about Quad. She wondering why Quad had on jeans, bitch, because she's not trying to have your men look at her big ass. Quad, I don't know. I mean, she had on jeans. I don't know if she was being respectful. I don't know what that was about, but I don't know why you wear jeans to the beach. It doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know if that was her trying to be respectful. I don't think it was, because everybody's at the beach. It's a bikini, big fucking deal. I didn't understand that. Simone switches up the couples, right? And they put, I said, first of all, switching up the couples without being as messy as Simone was, I don't see a big deal with switching up the couples. Everybody was looking like, girl, but I forget that everybody has kind of little issues with the husbands. Everybody got their little issues with the husband or with the wife. So Simone put Quad with Aiden. She put Heavenly with Cecil. She put Damon with Mariah. And who else? Who else was paired up that looked crazy? Who else? Cecil with Heavenly, Quad with Aiden, Mariah and Damon. All right. So they had the little thing. Damon looked like he was cheating. He's talking about, I wasn't cheating. I was holding my arm. It was a cute episode. Not that fantastic. Almost like a filler episode. But it was cute. Mariah and Damon ended up winning this little contest. And Mariah was like, he didn't cheat this time. See, this is the reason why people have a problem with you. I have never seen Mariah in her interview without throwing shade. I don't know if they're like, every time we interview you, Miss Huck, can you please throw shade to any one of your cast members, preferably Quad or Heavenly, the ones you have the problems with. Either one of them would be fine. I don't understand why she does it every time. It isn't necessary, but I guess it's a part of the show. Whatever, what you gonna do? They sitting up at lunch. Everybody's done with the game. There was a cute little, activity. I thought it was very cute. They sitting up about to have lunch. Contessa tells everybody she done been to a swingers club, and by accident, and it was not with Scott. So Scott's acting like in the interview, like, we don't need to talk about this. I don't know why you need to talk about it. Just shut. I think he told her to shut up. Did he tell her to shut up? I don't like when people tell people to shut up. It's really harsh. It almost is like, you might as well say shut the F up. That's what I feel like when you tell somebody to shut up. Like, just shut up. I guess it just depends on how you say it. I didn't like the way Scott sounded when he told Contessa to shut up. I guess being that they're in this like crazy space in their relationship, don't talk to her crazy, please. Y'all don't need to be talking to each other crazy at all. Toya was like, girl, why are they all in that man's trunk like that? You don't have a warrant to be in that man's trunk like that. Anyways, the cops are a trip, child. Toya's like, well, how does Contessa know what, bitch? How you know what the rules are? If did Contessa go with a man? Who she go with? Honey, wouldn't you like to know? Honey, can you imagine Toya and Eugene being swingers. It turns out that Contessa was with another guy. So whatever. So they're sitting down. They get made up in Dia de los Muertos face, their skulls, their sugar skulls. I loved it. It was beautiful. Most of the guys participated. Damon and Cecil did not have on masks. Who else? Aiden had a mask on. Eugene had a mask on. Who else? Everybody looked nice. I don't know why Mariah said that Quad looked like the Bride of Chucky. Now, they didn't show it this episode unless I missed it, but they showed it on the previews for this episode, right? They showed it. Let me push my seat up a little bit. I need to be up higher. And she said that Quad looked like the Bride of Chucky, but I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if it was the drinks and she was flushed, but Mariah did not look cute in her makeup. The only person that I think sold it was Jackie and Buffy, and it turns out they had some shit to say at the table to each other, which was shady as fuck. I don't know what's wrong with Jackie. I thought you apologized to the girl. I don't know what is with the I want to leave toxic friendships here and bring back authentic friendships. Why are you mad at somebody? I don't understand why Jackie would still be mad at Buffy. It wasn't even Buffy's fault. You were the one who was at fault. You just were asked to hold yourself accountable for what you did, and you didn't want to do it. And it just seems really out of character for you, one, personally, and two, professionally. Why the hell, I mean, we don't even have to go back to that, but why the hell do you got an attitude with Buffy after all this time? I mean, I know it just happened, but girl, you were wrong. You were wrong. Yeah, Cecil and Damon were the only ones without their face. Okay, so they're at dinner, and Simone reads this love letter to Cecil that she should have read, that she had a chance to write before and really didn't put her all into it and was really unemotional about it. This love letter, she was thanking him for a lot of things. It still felt, I don't know, maybe I'm just cynical, but it still felt a little cold. It still felt a little impersonal. It just felt like, I just feel like Simone is not, I don't know what it is about Simone. I don't want to say she's not an emotional person, but she does a lot of yelling. I don't think we've seen Simone do much crying, have we? Y'all think about it. Have we seen Simone do any crying? Even when they were threatening divorce, I don't even think Simone cried. And Cecil is one that doesn't cry either, and that was her complaint, that he's very much cold. And so that letter read cold to me, and maybe that's just their relationship, right? Very like, not warm, you know what I mean? Just very cold. I don't know, but that's what did you guys think of that letter that Simone read to Cecil? So when they're done with that, they ask what would they like to resurrect and what would they like to leave in Cabo. And Buffy says, I would like to leave pettiness and I would like to resurrect empathy. That's fair. That seems fair to me. Honey, Jackie couldn't let her finish her sentence before she said, I would like to leave fake friendships and resurrect authentic friendships. And they just looked at each other looking crazy and shit. I don't know why Jackie has an attitude. It's because somebody told you to hold yourself accountable for your actions, bitch. Are you above that, Dr. Jacqueline Walters? Okay. What's Cecil's last name? Is his last name Walters, or is that just her professional name? Anyway, so Quad's divorce is almost final, and she's sitting down with the lawyer. She asks the lawyer, does he want a drink? He gets him a drink. She gets her a drink. She signs the papers. This is the last time I'm going to sign my married name. Tony, you should be fucking, yes, having a drink of celebration. You really should, because like she said, it just got toxic. And I couldn't believe the amount of people who were trying to encourage them to stay married. I don't understand that part of what people do to couples, is try to get them to stay in what is clearly and evidently toxic. you're in a toxic environment. Why would you encourage anyone to stay in that? Like, that's why I'd be like, don't come to me asking me for advice. I'm not going to tell you to leave the person, but I want to make you think about what it looks like if you were to step outside of yourself and look inside of the relationship and have an opinion or a judgment about the relationship. Because there's no way in the world anyone should have been encouraging Quad to stay in that relationship. Like, every time it was some issue with Quad and Gregory, Mariah took Gregory's side. Oh, making all of these excuses about why the relationship should be, it was like Quad's fault. I felt like didn't Mariah introduce them together? And I felt like Mariah was trying to keep them together. I don't know. I don't know what that was about, but we're all glad that Quad is out of that marriage. And now she's single or divorced or whatever would be the correct way. She's a divorcee. She said she never thought she would be a divorcee. And here you are, girl. No one ever thinks they're going to be anything that they didn't think that they were going to be. Okay. They have one more hearing left, she said, and they are going to, I guess, decide on what gets what or who gets what or whatever. So now they show Curtis. You know that Curtis is an employee of his wife's. He works for his wife. He is the project manager on the reconstruction of this office building that Jackie has, and of the house. Isn't he doing the house and the office building? Give him something to do. He's retired. Ain't nothing he could do. So give him something to do. And he's waiting for her. Waiting. Jackie is driving on the way to him. She's late. So she gets there and he's sitting at this in this little kitchen, example of a kitchen model or whatever. And y'all know how I feel about Curtis. I don't like Curtis. I don't like him. I don't see it for him. I think, like I said on Twitter, I feel like he's arrogant, he's unapologetic, and he's also needy. And if you make a woman feel like she really, like she said, I'm trying to give him access to parts of me where I'm so busy. These are business women. This is why a lot of women are now taking the approach that men take, where they say, until I have my shit together, I don't want to get married like men do. And I'm so glad that a lot of single women are doing that now. Until I have my business together, until I have my degrees in order, until I got my savings account and everything in order, then I will find a man to get married. Because a lot of times it's a hindrance where somebody is needing attention, and that can go both ways. When somebody doesn't have shit to do, they need a lot of attention. When you don't have your own shit going for yourself, that other person needs a lot of attention, whatever kind of relationship it is, whether it's hetero, homo, whatever it is, or same sex, we want to say, whatever it is, if one person doesn't have shit to do, they're typically needy. And this is why Jackie is like, motherfucker, I made you the project manager. Find something to do. Design a kitchen. But he really can't do anything because Jackie got the last and final word, honey. It's her damn house. And after you done put her all through this whole thing, that's her house. Let her do what she wants to do. You shut your damn mouth. But he's telling her, oh, you're getting busy. You're starting to overwork yourself again. We really don't have time. I think if he were to step out again, Jackie should just cut his ass off. But that's me. I'd be like, honey, Jackie, like she said, I've included him in all my in projects where I feel like we would, like this time that we're spending together trying to figure out this kitchen. This is our time together. Nigga, I got shit to do. I love that. I love that she has shit to do. I love that he's being needy, and he needs to be needy. And here, I gave you some projects to work on. Go be busy. Go do something. He really gets on my nerves with that. Anyways, Contessa and Scott, they meet with their doctor who makes house calls. Hello, if you got a psychologist or a family therapist who can make a house call, you can afford a nanny. Okay? So it's deeper than somebody getting a nanny. It's her feeling like he's turning the kids away from her. And he sits up there and he says that he didn't. Honey, they rolled the tape. And it's a passive aggressive way that people talk when they're mad at the other parent to the children. And it's not something that we should do or anybody should do, where the other parent is kind of side talking the other parent. But she feels like he's turning the kids against her. And I guess she feels like she needed to come home to make sure that didn't happen, because he is an unemotional caregiver for her children. And it's not just protecting and providing. This is about being emotionally available. What we talked about with Todd earlier. It's not about providing money. It's not about getting them up on time and taking them to school. It's about the hugs and the kisses and the "you did great" and the pats on the back and the, encouragement. That is all include. That's what kids need. So, she just felt like, it was a lot of tension. The doctor said, she was like, what's going on with all this tension? It was really bad. And I just really hope, because I like Scott and Contessa. I know a lot of us do. We like Scott and Contessa, and I just want them to get over this hurdle. It's not bad. It's not like someone's cheating, which I thought that's the reason why she brought her ass back home, because she felt like he might have been cheating. But apparently she was like, let me, salvage my relationship with my children, because my husband is making it seem like I was being a bad parent or what have you. So let me get in front of this bus, child. Come on. All right. So they start arguing back and forth, and just hopefully we see another visit with this doctor. She seemed to tell them, when we are having conversations that are for adults, they need to be had amongst adults. Fighting in front of the children is wrong. But even still, if you are fighting, like somebody left a comment the other day saying, listen, when their parents said to them that they were getting a divorce, they were happy, because nobody wants to see a miserable parent. Nobody wants to think that this is normal for relationships, because as we said earlier, what happens in how you see people, or men and women, or people engaging with each other, how they resolve conflict, you take that into your adulthood. And until you realize, oh, this is not right and I need to unlearn this, you take those behaviors into other relationships, friendships, personal relationships, private relationships, business relationships. You take all of that. So you got to be mindful when the way that you resolve conflict or deal with conflict or even fight in front of your children. But the talking shit to each other, slamming doors, yelling, all that stuff, the children hear it. So they really don't have to be present in order to hear it. And if you think you live in a big enough house where a child can't hear people hollering and screaming, think again. Think again. Contessa, let's see. Scott tells Contessa that she should go back to school if she resents quitting. He tells her, go back. So we gonna see. She told the kids that she didn't have to go to Tennessee. That's fucked up. And making it seem like, oh, mom likes to move us everywhere. Aren't you glad she didn't move us to Tennessee? And the little girl in the back was like, what? Like, is this nigga serious? She was like, oh, okay. I'm so glad she didn't drag us to Nashville. Anyways, so hopefully they get to a better place. We really want them to get to a better place. Overall, it was just like a regular episode. It's still one of the best produced reality television shows on television right now. I am actually thoroughly excited for Love and Hip Hop New York. Do you hear me? The way that Chrissy walked in that motherfucker and Yandy was looking nervous as hell, because I don't see it for Yandy. I don't see it for Mandingo's wife. I do not see it for her. So I can't wait to see how Chrissy gets the girls distressed. I can't wait for it. I'm really here for it, and I'm really here for Joe and Sin's relationship, and how Erica and her are now cool again, and how all this other situation. And it's a lot of shit that's made up, but I'm here to be entertained. Anyways, y'all, let me know what y'all think about the episode. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.